YouTube, what to do? How y'all doing this morning? Top of the morning to you. It's morning everywhere right now, so good morning. When you watch this video, it might not be morning, right? Well, right now when I'm recording this video, it's morning, so good morning. Okay. We're gonna talk a little bit about business real quick, kind of quick, down dirty overview. I'm gonna talk really fast, and hope that you get some of it. And as time goes on, I'll make more and more videos about it as I go through it. So, first, come up with a name. Come up with a name of your business. I suggest you come up with 3. Okay, I say 3 so that if the first one is used, you have something else to use, and you're not racking your brain trying to think of the perfect name for your company. Scratch that perfect name garbage. Just come up with a name for your company. Depending on where you live, you can always, well, no, not depending. You can always use a DBA or doing business as, right? So your company name could be Super Freak Transport. I don't know. But you're doing business as I don't know. Whatever, Smith Logistics. Right, you're doing business at Smith Logistics, but the name of your company is, Super Freak Transport, Freaky Deaky 69 Transportation. You can call your company what you want. So I'm not saying to call your company that. Okay, I'm just saying that you have options when it comes to that. So don't agonize so much over the name of your business, right? Because you can cover that name up to suit whatever your needs may be in the future as time goes forward, right? As you expand, as you start other businesses, you may want to do things differently. That's where DBAs come into play. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So come up with a name, and now there's the actual setting up the structure of your business. You can be an LLC, you can be a corporation of some kind. I'm not going to go into detail there, just saying that you want to set yourself up as some sort of legal entity, some sort of legal structure. LLC is the most common, it's the easiest, paperwork-wise, taxes-wise, all that. Now, it's fun part, fun tidbit. When you set up an LLC, you want to get with, or at some point, you're going to want to get with a CPA or tax professional, not H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt. You want to get with somebody who knows what they're talking about, particularly in the transportation industry, so that they can let you know how taxes work. If you are a LLC with one member LLC, right? It's just you, right? For the IRS purposes, you're a disregarded entity, and they treat what you're doing as income. What you make is income. You file it on a schedule. Was that a Schedule C, I think? But taxes get a little more complicated, right? Now there are ways around it, and there are ways to set yourself up, but just starting out, don't go too far too fast. Just starting out, if all you think about is just the LLC, you just want to have a business structure, a legal structure that's not sole proprietorship, okay, cool, do that. It also allows you, it helps you when you're trying to get financing, when you're trying to get vendors, when you're trying to make the business its own entity and stand on its own. You want that legal structure, whether you're a corporation, whether you're an LLC, so that you can buy things and purchase things in the name of your business, not have to use your social security number. If you have to use your social security number, right, that means that you are liable. So if somebody attacks your business, then they're going to attack you. If you have to use, let's say you got a truck and you bought the truck in your business name, but you couldn't do it without using your social security number. If you have an accident with that truck, if something happens with that truck and somebody tries to sue, they look at the name on the door and they try to sue you, they coming after your business, and they coming after you, your house, your cars, your kids, everything. They gonna take it all. And a lawyer will be able to do that. You want the legal structure so that you can start to separate the business from yourself. Okay. When you have an LLC, you also want to get an EIN number. Okay. Now, let me back up. When you're setting up the business legally, you can go through, like I said, you can go through a business consultant. You can go to something like LegalZoom. which is pretty much like an online business consultant, right? They set it up for you. They send you the information. Boom. You have any questions or anything, you know, you give them a call in the future and they can help you out, right? But it's kind of like it's like a microwave solution for setting up a business. And particularly with truck drivers, we're on the road, we're all over the place. It can be very useful. Or particularly if you live in a complicated state that has all these different rules and licenses that you need just because it's that state, LegalZoom may be very helpful to you, and very cost effective. Or, right, and LegalZoom, you know, you're gonna spend probably about, I'd say on average, you're gonna spend about $400 or $500. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. Depending on what you pick, what you say you want, but you can do that. You spend about $500 roughly over the course of what, 2-3 months, because they can break it up in payments, right? So you pay the first 120, 170, 150, whatever it is, and then they break it up and say, okay, pay us, you know, another 150 next month, and then a month after that, or just call us up and pay it off, whatever you want to do. That way it's not too big of a hit, so you have a chance to start making money, and then you ain't even worried about it. Hopefully you're making enough money to not worry about paying back the 150 a month or whatever the rest of it is. Or you can go to your local Secretary of State. You can do it, most places you can do it online. That's where LegalZoom's going to go. They're going to go to Secretary of State. They're going to file the business. They're going to come up with, you got to come up with, depending on the state, you might have to have operating agreements and agreements for partners or not partners. There's a lot of paperwork you may have to do depending on your state. The Secretary of State will tell you what that is so that you can come up with it. I ain't got time for all that. I'm gonna tell you right now, for this first one, I went to LegalZoom. It worked for me. I'm on the road. I got my stuff in the mail. You know, my state is difficult to deal with stuff like this, so I just let LegalZoom deal with it. All my stuff is right. Now going forward, the more I learn, then I may be willing to deal with it on my own. But right now, I just needed it done the way I needed it done. LegalZoom did that. That's it. You go to the Secretary of State, it's going to cost you about $100. It's going to cost you $100 to at least $300 depending on your state. I say that because I know a guy in Texas, Steve Neal, who's on YTTA. I know he said Texas. I think he said Texas cost him like $300. So every state's different. And if you're in California, I don't even touch California. California's just different. California's its own country when it comes to stuff. Everything. So set your name up, you set your business up, go get an EIN number from the IRS. It's free and you can get it in 5 minutes. Okay? Anybody wants you to pay for an EIN, don't do it. Waste of time. Okay? It was a waste of time. Okay, I got my EIN before I got my paperwork for my business. Right? It was free. It was 5 minutes. Right? IRS.gov. That's where you get your EIN from. And if you can't remember that website, Google it. Google IRS.gov, Google free EIN number, Google EIN number, and just go through all the Google's gonna come back with 50,000 responses. If it says IRS.gov on the website part, click that. That's it. It's free. Don't pay for it. And you get it straight from the IRS, and they give it to you in 5 minutes. You gotta say what your name is. I think you gotta put your social in, your birthday, like basic information. And they say okay, and they ask you if you want to set, if it's for a LLC or a sole proprietorship. What's your business structure? Whatever business structure you intend to do, I just said, at that moment I said LLC, and gave the business and gave the name of my business. Before I officially had a business. No, I kind of did it at the same time. Well, yeah, I guess before the paperwork came back. Because EIN, you can get 50,000 EIN numbers. And they tell you on the website, they don't care. You just can't do it the same day. So, if it came back messed up or my company name didn't work out, I could have just said, okay, no problem. Apply for a new EIN. Done. That's all. So get your EIN number. It's free. Free. It takes 5 minutes. You can go do it right now. You can do it while you're watching this video. It's free. Just free. So you're gonna do that. Okay. So now you got your name, you set your company up, you got your EIN number. Now you also want to get, you're going to want to get, as a truck driver, you're going to want to get a DUNS number. DUNS number is also free from Duns and Bradstreet. That's how you build your, that's how you start building your business credit. That's how vendors find you and that you have a credible company, right? And you want the DUNS number so that you can build business credit. DUNS number is I guess it's also similar to a social security number for your business. It's how they look you up. It's how you get looked up for the business world, for the vendor world. Okay, so the business world and vendor world, they look at one number. The IRS looks at a different number, right? You need both. If you want to have vendors and like me, I want to be able to buy trucks in the name of my business, okay? Because my business can have way better credit than I ever will, and all I got to do is pay my damn bills. It's not complicated. So call up Duns and Bradstreet and just tell them I want to apply for it free. After you've got your business, right? You've legally got your business. Apply for a Duns and Bradstreet number. It's free. It's gonna take. They're gonna tell you it's gonna take a month to get it. A month to a month and a half. But again, it's free. They are also, they may ask you if you're looking to do government contracts. Government contracts, you get your shit back in a day. Or Apple, they told me. You're getting you have a contract with Apple. If you're like a developer or something, you can do that and you get it back in. So there's options. Or they will tell you that you can pay $220, $230, and it'll be in 3 to 5 business days. Pick your poison. That's what I can say to that. Pick your poison. But get your DUNS number. It's helpful. From everything that I've read, people I've talked to, it's just helpful. When you turn around and say, yo, but I got a DUNS number, people may treat you different. One lady was talking about, I don't know if anybody watched Chasing Andrews' video he posted about business credit. That was like 2 hours. I watched that shit. And the lady said, she went to a bank and they, once she had a DUNS number, everything changed for her and her business. So get your DUNS number. And a lot of places won't do business with you until you have a DUNS number, like a lot of vendors. So get your DUNS number. Again, it's free. What the hell? Duns and Bradstreet. Sorry about that. Duns and Bradstreet is free. So you get your DUNS number, and once you get your DUNS number, then you want to start, and maybe even before then, start looking at start thinking about the things that you may need, or things that you can easily pay off, right? And try to mix and match, Uline, as far as vendors go, that you can get on credit terms with and pay them back. Now, a lot of them when you're just starting out, may only give you, they may say pay us back in 30 days. They might not give you necessarily credit or a credit limit. They may just say, we'll give you that, you can get this, pay it back in 30 days, and you're good. So go to places like Uline, Office Depot, Office Max, Quill.com, Newegg. They got computer stuff at Newegg.com. What else can I think of? Start kind of basic stuff like that. Maybe see what kind of fuel cards you can get. You're a truck driver. You need fuel. You might get something good. You might not. Try. See what's out there and see what you want to try to apply for. Or somebody can tell you is no. And it's not the end of the world if somebody tells you no on business credit. It's not like personal credit. I think that's all we're going to cover for right now. Video is way too long. So I'm going to watch this back and see if this is what I was trying to, if this is what I was trying to say. Like I said, there will be more videos that are significantly more concise and direct. I just kind of wanted to give you kind of broad, really, really broad strokes. We'll see. I'll holler at you.